Welcome to the Trippi Coaching Podcast. I'm your host, Andrea Trippi, weight loss and confidence coach, along with Tami Else, personal trainer. And today we have a really great episode. We have Tami with us, who has successfully lost weight and kept it off through our Weight Loss Redefined program. Today she's here to share the incredible insights from her journey. So whether you're looking for motivation, tips, or just a really great story, you don't want to miss this.
Go ahead.
What's going on, Tami?
Hey, Andrea, thanks for having me.
I am so happy to have you here. You have such a story of determination and success, and you have been working so hard at your. Let me start over. I don't like giving the farm away. Hey, Tami, what's going on?
Hey, Andrea, thanks for having me.
No, thrilled to have you.
Hey, Tami, how you doing?
I'm good, Tom.
Let me start over. Sorry, I was looking at the levels and paying attention to that
That's
shit.
all right.
Tami, hello, how are you?
Hey, Andrea, thanks for having me.
Thrilled to have you.
Tami, how you doing? It's nice to meet you.
Same here, Tom. Nice to meet you.
Tami, you have a story of determination and success, and I am thrilled that our listeners get to hear your journey. I'm going to start with a question for you because you've had a lot of experience in the weight loss world, and I'd like to hear all about that. But what was the turning point that made you realize it was time to change your lifestyle and call me and embark on this journey?
Oh, the biggest one was the pain that I was having in my knees. And I never had that ever in my life. So I knew I was just carrying way too much weight for a 5-foot person, you know.
Mm-hmm. How tall are you?
5 foot.
And
5 feet of fury.
she is. You should see Tami. I mean, she's sitting here right now.
She's solid.
She is solid
Yeah.
as a rock. Her legs are incredible. Your arms are popping. And your waist. Tami, you look amazing. You seem so happy.
I am.
Tell us about your journey. Tell us about your background first. You have a background in personal training. That's where we met, right? We both worked at Edward Hospital together back in the day.
That is correct.
And you knew what to do. You knew what to do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Tell us how this program, you came to me, when was it? August?
July.
July of last year.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been together for 7-8 months now.
Yeah.
And tell the listeners how much you've lost.
38 pounds.
38 pounds.
Well, it was 38 pounds in 7 months, so it's been since last July. This July will already be a year.
I can't believe it.
I know.
It went by so fast.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, you should see Tami. We're going to post a before and after picture of her. You look amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel good.
Can you describe the moment that you felt the most challenge on starting this weight loss journey? I mean, did you have any reservations about calling and starting? Because this approach is a little bit different than the normal diet.
Yeah. Oh, I knew it for a long time. I was just putting it off. I tried to out-exercise a poor diet many times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I keep thinking, it just never works, and I know it doesn't. I mean, it took to seeing pictures of myself on Facebook. I'm like, oh my God, I would call my nieces and say, take that picture down right now.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand that. But it was the pain in my knees that was the real driving factor.
Mm-hmm.
Finally.
How are those knees feeling
Oh,
now?
no pain at all.
Yeah.
That makes me so happy. That makes me so happy. So, Tami, I know all the details about you and what we went through to get you to where you are today. What do you think was the biggest contributing factor to your weight loss?
Oh, accountability to you first.
Awesome.
Yeah. I mean, that's the same way it was with Weight Watchers. If I was going to pay the money and go in and weigh in every week in front of somebody, you better believe I was going to lose the weight. I've never bought a gym membership and not used the gym. If I paid for something, I was going to get my money's worth.
Yeah.
Always.
Good, because that's how they make their money too.
Yeah.
Is by paying selling memberships to people who just never come in
Yeah,
and use it, and they just
absolutely.
keep dinging their account every month.
Yeah.
Tami killed it, though. I mean, you worked out hard.
Yes.
And you always have.
I can see your biceps. I'm looking at them right here.
I mean, look at her.
I love to work out, though. Strength training has always been my go-to, Cardio was always hard, but I do a lot of that, too. A lot of Tabata training and HIIT training.
Yeah. So Tami lifts heavy. Tami likes to lift heavy, and you can see it in her.
I do.
Tell us what a day in the life of Tami consists of, as far as your workouts and your foods and how you structure your day.
It's almost the same every day. I'm obsessive compulsive to the point of I'm like I was thinking on the way over here, wonder how long it's going to be before I don't have to write down all my food, or if I'll ever feel comfortable enough.
I still track all my food to this day.
I could see myself continuing to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like knowing, I don't know what it is, but I mean, like, I eat enough. Unlike you, I eat more or less the same things on a regular basis and everything. I've got the gist of, like, its nutritional content from the macros to the micronutrients and everything like that. But, I still track it just to, it keeps me accountable, I think.
I'm sure I will too.
Yeah.
Especially that you could do everything online.
Yeah, exactly.
I do both. I write it down and do it on the app that Andrea gave me.
Yeah, so we have that app, Practice Better, and it allows them to chat with us, and it allows them to scan their food, and it does give the caloric.
It gives you all your macros.
It does.
Your potassium, sodium.
When I first started, we had to give out like notebooks to clients, and in the back it just had like a index of food with general nutritional values and stuff, and people just we were really ballparking it off of that. And now we've got all the apps and websites and stuff like that, but with our program though, we've got the
with our program you could scan something that she's eating, and she'll get the nutritional information. So Tami likes to count calories. Tami's a calorie counter, although this program doesn't require it. Tami's a journaler with her foods, although this program doesn't require it. But I really think that was the base of your success because you were consistent.
Oh, yeah.
So you were about to tell us what you do in a day.
Yeah.
So run through that if you could, please.
I weigh myself every morning.
Yeah.
First thing I do when I get up after I go into the bathroom.
Yeah.
Just because I would want to know if there was something I ate yesterday that was making me retain too much water, go back and look at my sodium. And then I get up and I drink a 16-ounce glass of water. Before I have a cup of coffee. I have not had anything other than coffee or water since last July. I don't drink anything other than that.
Yeah. That's pretty much
and
where I'm
and
at.
I like the taste of water. Yeah. And then I go have a cup of coffee, and I probably do my intermittent fasting for about 16 hours. I eat dinner about 5:30 or 6, no later than 6 p.m., and I don't eat breakfast till the next day after I work out, like 10 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
so
then,
she's eating within that window.
Yeah, and then, work out and have breakfast. I work out every single day, though. I love to work out. I feel guilty, even if I'm tired and I go downstairs to my basement, and I don't feel like lifting, I'll get on a treadmill or I'll just do some cardio or something.
Yeah, same way. It's like if I don't do something, like if at the very least if I go get on the treadmill for 30 minutes and watch TV for and I walk, even if I'm walking like 2.5 miles an hour or whatever, it's something.
Yeah.
I feel like, all right, at least I did something. But otherwise, you just don't feel. It's like you almost feel gross after a while,
And I have an Apple Watch, so I mean it's like any smartwatch. It has you reach certain goals for the day. Got to reach all those. Yeah.
Tami can't go to bed without
I'm not
reaching
going to take that watch off and charge it until I've been found walking around the house. My husband's like, "What the hell are you doing?" I got to close my rings.
Brian has been very supportive during this. Yeah.
Yes.
So Tami, do you meal prep?
No.
Isn't that great?
I hate to cook, and Brian loves to cook, and he will ask me, "What would you like for me to cook, for you?" And for a long time, it was the same thing: chicken, And then I was getting tired of that, so now I go and buy a lot of my meals, and then he makes himself whatever he wants, or sometimes he'll eat with me, but. Whole Foods is, probably most of my money goes to Whole Foods.
Whole paycheck.
Yeah. That's true.
I know our listeners are probably falling off their chairs right now saying, what? She didn't meal prep? What? She didn't cook her own food? Tell us about that. Where did you find success? Whole Food in their deli department?
Yes,
all the
a lot
prepared
of it.
foods.
Yes, yes.
So would you buy food for the next couple of days
Yes.
so you were successful? Okay.
Yes, because you can't buy too much at one time. It's perishable. You
Right,
know?
yeah. Yeah, I have the same thing. I go to the grocery store several
Mm-hmm.
times a week because everything I'm getting is only going to last a few days.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I do eat fruit. Make sure I eat fruits and vegetables every single day.
And you haven't cut out carbs, have you?
No,
Tell us
you
tell us
know.
one of your favorite meals that has the carbs in
Oh,
it.
tortellini.
Tortellini. Everybody, you can eat tortellini and
But
still lose weight.
but I always make sure I have some grilled chicken
There
with
you
it.
go.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, we focused on having a protein
Yeah.
forward, balanced meal. And, everybody, meal prepping does not have to mean a
Cooking.
bunch of cooking. Yeah, and a bunch of plastic containers. Did the cat just bite you?
Yeah.
Oh, Lily.
Lily, hey.
Maybe she didn't like me petting her.
No,
That-
she's a little brat.
She's,
Sorry.
she wants a raise in her producer salary. Is
Yeah.
what it is. She's like, now's the time to ask for it. Yeah, meal prepping does not have to mean cooking. Meal prepping does not have to mean eating out of plastic containers for the rest of your life. Meal prepping is being prepared.
Right.
Yeah.
Being prepared, whether it's knowing what you're going to eat, when you're going to eat it, and having it available, whether it's
Right.
from Whole Foods, whether it's from, your mom's cooking, whether it's from
You're
anything.
You're looking for the healthiest, most beneficial meal that you can get at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's something from Whole Foods and you can throw it in the fridge and have it later on, versus going through the drive-through at a fast food
Oh.
place, I mean, the answer is pretty easy.
You eat the same thing pretty much every day, yeah?
No, I try to vary it up because I made that mistake one time at Weight Watchers. I was on a plateau for a long time, staying within my points, and one of the ladies said, "Well, what are you eating every day?" I said, "I eat the same thing every day." She said, "I don't think your body likes that."
Yeah, it's good to shake it up
Yeah.
sometimes, and you'll see that suddenly, like, even whether you have a little bit more or just something different, it's something that's enough to drop a little bit, extra weight, and then put you on a new track. So.
Right.
That happened to you a couple of weeks ago. You upped your
Yes.
calories to about, 1,600?
Yeah.
And you lost weight.
Yeah.
And the other thing is as you are putting on more muscle and you've lost more weight, your metabolism's running higher too. So
Oh,
then
yeah.
the change in calories, it makes sense that you might need to have more calories at that point because
Yeah.
you're burning more. So
Well, I did listen to you, Andrea. I eat when I'm hungry, I do find myself hungry most of the time. So I'm looking at my watch. When can I eat next? But that's not every day. So I try to pay attention to what I ate that's keeping me full longer. Of course, it's protein,
Yeah.
getting enough protein.
And that's important too, and we've talked about that. But when you are successful, it's important to be, and this is why I like logging as well, because you can look at, like, okay, when I was successful, what was I doing?
Right.
What was I eating? What was I training when I was working out? Because sometimes you drift away from that, without realizing it. Just circumstances in life drag you away from it. But then at least you have that to look back at and be like, well, I was doing that, so now you can refer back to that.
Or you hear a viral piece of information and that like the new trend out there, and then you're like, oh, I'm going to try that, and it ends up
Yeah.
just, you kept it simple.
Yeah.
You kept it simple. You did everything that you were supposed to do. You followed it. You did it. You were consistent daily. I didn't make you do any of it.
No?
I just guided you. You did
Right.
it all. Give us a typical food plan for you in one day.
For breakfast, I usually have like egg bites. You know those egg bites that you could buy? I don't really make any of my own food.
That's fine. Mhm.
I don't like to cook.
This is why this story is so cool,
Yeah.
because you don't have to cook.
And
So-
at least a cup of fruit.
Mhm.
Or sometimes I'll have an English muffin and some Greek yogurt and fruit. Always fruit. I got to get some kind of fiber in there. And then lunch, it all depends. I've not eaten a sandwich in I don't know how long, but like a tuna salad or like today before I came, I ate a kale salad with grilled chicken.
Okay.
There you go.
Where'd you
Yeah.
get that from?
Whole Foods.
We're going to get them to sponsor
Yeah.
us. And how many meals are you eating a day?
Oh, 3,
Okay.
easily. I don't snack too often, but if I am hungry, I'll have an apple, maybe with a little peanut butter on it or something like that.
And how about dinner?
Tonight I'm having salmon,
Nice.
green beans, and some fingerling potatoes. I feel like I need a starchy carb. I mean, not much of it.
No, but if
know?
you're going to, that's a good one to have. That's a solid meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, solid meal.
Got that from Whole Foods.
I'm calling them up.
You could buy meals with 2 sides, and it's not that expensive, like $14. Nice piece of salmon.
And how many meals do you get out of that piece of salmon?
Well, sometimes that is true. Sometimes I cut that salmon in half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so you actually are getting a couple meals
right,
out of it.
Yeah, you can easily, at least 2.
Let's talk about your water intake.
I have never drank so much water in my entire life.
How much are we up to now?
Oh, God, at least 80 ounces, if not more.
If you Tammy's a tiny little thing. You're a tiny little thing, and that is so important that you keep that water up.
Yes.
I'm sorry. What effects have you noticed since you've upped your water intake that high?
Well, it like flushes the sodium out.
Yeah.
I mean, Andrea told me that in the very beginning. She said, it'll help your skin. It'll take the bloat out.
Mm-hmm.
It'll help with your pain.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It lubricates your joints.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just, for a while I was getting up like 4 or 5 times in the middle of the night. But your body does learn to hold that
It
water.
adjusts, and this is
It
something.
does.
And this is something that I have a hard time getting across to people in the beginning, because they're just like, well, if I drink that much water, I'm going to be in the bathroom all day. And I'm like, you will in the beginning.
Yes.
Because it is going to be, but your body will learn to get it out
Yes.
in fewer visits as it go on. But it's just, you got to wait it out. You just got to hang in there for a little bit.
If I'm home for the day and I'm going to be home most of the day, always have a glass of water by my side. I mean,
Yeah.
as soon as I finish one, I drink another.
Yeah.
I think that's helped tremendously.
Do you put anything in it?
No, for a while I had lemon in it, but I just like plain water.
Yeah. Well, and along with the sodium and everything that you flush out, it's just also just cleaning out your liver and your kidneys and all of your internal organs and everything. So you're flushing out other toxins and things like that, which is going to raise your immune system and keep you from getting sick. And
One thing that did happen, though, I started getting terrible muscle cramps in the middle of the night that I never had. And I started thinking, I'm flushing every bit of sodium out of my body, so I need to bring in some kind of electrolytes.
Exactly. So that's true. So when you are doing that, you do want to make sure that you are getting all of your nutrients and your vitamins as well, because you do flush a lot of that stuff out as
Yeah.
well. So that's a good point.
So I started drinking some alkaline and electrolyte water.
And that seemed to help you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can't drink too much of that, though, too, because then your
Potassium
climbs. Yeah. Tammy, inch-wise, so you lost 38 pounds.
Right.
Inch-wise, where have you noticed the biggest change?
Oh, my waist. I don't know what the overall numbers, we would have to look back, but 11 and a half inches off my waist
That's huge.
alone.
Wow,
I've gone
yeah.
down 4 sizes in clothes.
Congratulations. That's
Thank
awesome.
you. Feels so good.
Yeah.
I'll never go back to that. That weight, it just doesn't feel good. And if I do go out to a party and eat something that I don't normally eat, or I have not had any alcohol, I hardly ever drink alcohol anymore. But if I go to a party, I will. Next day, I just don't feel good.
That's the thing. And I tell people, like, making some of these changes doesn't mean that you're never going to be able to eat these things ever again or anything like that. And if you're keeping yourself on track, Monday through Friday, and you end up at a party, you give a little whatever you want,
yeah.
But every time my client will be like, oh, well, I finally got to have something. I was at a party, whatever. But man, when I got home that night, it's like they feel it because your body's just so clean and it's not used to this type of fat and all the sodium and everything. And then what's great about it is it's good to do this once in a while, I think, because it's a reminder of how much better you feel when you're not eating that stuff or drinking that alcohol.
Definitely.
So it can be a motivator to kind of re-spark the engine in you a little bit sometimes.
Even if I'm at home and I have a taste for a glass of wine, I'll have it.
Sure.
But
That's few.
I would rather not have the calories, that 150 calories or whatever it is for a 5 or 6 ounce glass of
and
wine.
all the sugar in it.
Right.
And then what it leads to, it decreases your willpower.
Yeah.
You kind of start munching on things. So good for you for giving that up.
It does.
Yeah.
That happened during the pandemic. Oh my God.
Well, for a lot of people, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, every night downstairs.
I'm guilty, you know. So
A couple drinks, and then you want to eat. That's another reason. That's a huge reason why I don't drink alcohol. It makes me crave any kind of food.
Oh yeah.
well, you lose all discretion, and now you're ordering a pizza. And it's like,
Yeah.
and if you had been sober, you would never have. You would have just stuck to what you normally eat, and you'd be fine.
Yeah.
So
How did your experience with Trippi coaching and Weight Loss Redefined, how did that differ from past attempts that you've made?
Well, the accountability is number one for me. But whenever I would hit a plateau, or I would tell you that, I don't know, something hurt. My hamstring or whatever. You're like, just walk or try to reduce the inflammation in your body, steady state cardio for a while. That's huge. I never would have drank that much water ever if you didn't keep emphasizing that to me.
Yeah, when Tami came on board, she had a lot of inflammation in her body. Her IT band was messed up. Her knees were messed up. Her hamstrings. Your shoulder, I believe, was hurting you a little bit.
Yeah.
And but you were working out hard.
Yeah.
You were doing a lot of HIIT cardio. You were doing a lot of hard weight workouts. And so what we did was I wanted to reduce the inflammation in her body and take her down a notch to kind of like her cortisol level was really high. Her foods weren't the best, so that raises your cortisol level. And then the workouts, she was killing them.
yeah,
But that raises your cortisol level as
Right.
well. So we took her down a notch. And you were a little leery about that at first. And I'm like,
Yes.
I just want you to do 30 minutes of walking in like a yoga type of thing.
Right.
And once your body relaxed for that first couple of weeks that we did that, the weight started coming off, which was really cool. Your knee felt better, right?
Yes.
And then we were able to take it back up.
Yeah.
So your workouts, what are you doing now? You're lifting heavy. How much cardio are you doing?
Oh,
Tell us about that.
I probably do cardio every day, even if I don't lift weights.
what kind of cardio do you do?
Steady state or Tabata,
Yeah,
HIIT training.
when you're lifting, how many reps are you doing a set typically?
Well, some days I lift really heavy, like 12 reps. Sometimes I'll grab a lightweight and do a sculpting workout on the
Yeah.
days if I'm a little sore but not quite sore enough where I can't work out.
And what about your rest periods? Like if in between sets, about how long?
If
do
I
you
lift
take?
really heavy, sometimes about a minute.
Yeah. What would it be on the low end?
Not much time at all from
Yeah.
one exercise to the next.
So you're doing more like circuit training.
Right.
Type. Okay.
Yes,
All
I love circuit training.
right. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good to know. All right.
What advice would you give someone who feels stuck in their journey right now, in their weight loss journey?
Like at a plateau.
Or just looking to start and they're kind of not knowing where to go?
Oh gosh, take a picture of yourself and look at it. Oh, see how your body feels. If you got aches and pains, there's probably a chance you could do something about that, or just get out and start walking.
Yeah,
I mean, that's how most people start.
yeah. That before picture, a lot of people
God.
shy away from it. They hate it. They hate that before picture. I ask all my clients to take one because it's a data point. And it is a before and after of a whole lot of things, not just your physical body, but of your mind, of everything. You can see it. And
I've noticed you can see in people's faces their expression. Like you can tell, like they're not, a smile doesn't come as easily to their face in that first picture as it does in the second one. Because I have exactly the same problem with every one of my clients, and have since the day I began being a personal trainer 20 years ago. Nobody wants to do the damn first picture,
Right.
the before photo. I look awful. I'm like, I'm not going to show it to anybody. We're going to take it. We're going to tuck it away. I won't bring it out until you are comfortable with it and everything. But I'll tell you something. You'll be damn glad that you had it. I promise you. I promise you. I'm not going to put it on Facebook. I'm not going to send it to the paper. I'm just going to, I'm going to keep it in a file, and that's going to be it. And I wish for everyone out there listening, please, if you're ever, I don't care if you're training with me or someone else, or if you're just doing it by yourself, take a before picture, put it away. You'll be glad you did.
And
I
your
promise you.
measurements.
Yeah,
Man,
measurements. If you can get them, get
yeah.
your measurements too.
do your
Yeah.
measurements, take your weight. It does not define who you are.
No, it's just, but it's
It's a data point.
It's actually, yeah, absolutely. And then it's, because I even have a client who was telling me how he wished he had gotten blood work, like right when we had started working out, because he didn't get blood work until maybe 6 or 8 months into it. Now, relative to the last time he had, it was dramatically better, but to really just have like that data point, for that too, because all the weight and other things aside, your blood work is one of the most important measurements that you can have.
Right.
So, because that means that's the true health of your body.
Right.
And you had your blood work done?
Yes.
And tell us how the readings were.
My cholesterol was about 225. It's down to 183 now.
So awesome.
Yeah. All my readings are normal.
That is incredible. And you're how old?
65.
So you're never too old
No.
to start.
And I'll tell you, I've got many clients of mine who would tell you the same exact thing. People who didn't, a lot of them didn't start till after 50 years old. And I've got a 69-year-old. I've got someone in their early 70s, and they would all tell you exactly the same thing. It's never too late. You're never too old, and it'll always be to your benefit.
And so many people think that, at this age I'm not going to be able to lose it.
And that's the problem, because it's so self-defeating, because they just kind of give up on it before they give it a try. And it's like, well, I'm 69, I'm not, when am I going to start working out now, and now I'm going to start caring about my diet? And it's like, yeah, I mean, now do you want to keep living?
That's
I
right.
mean,
Yeah.
So.
And I find that I'm much more social when I'm feeling good, and I can go shop and buy some nice clothes.
You got self-confidence.
Yes. And I loved that podcast, Cultivating Confidence. Yeah, that was a good one, because a lot of people don't. And it changes your whole life.
What's cool is that me and Tami meet at Lifetime for our sessions. Yeah. Tammy's now in the maintenance program, so we meet once a month. And she hit her goal, and she keeps going down too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so awesome. But what's cool is our meetings start with, hey, I bought this new jacket and it's a size small and look at me. Yeah. Or it's, I'm going shopping for a new jacket. And
well, it doesn't help that you make me meet you in Oak Brook.
Yeah, we meet at the Lifetime in Oak Brook, and there's a Nordstrom right there.
If you're going to dangle it right in front of her, what do you want her to do?
That's right.
Or we've met at Whole Foods, and we've had lunch there together too. So it's nice, because especially in the beginning when we met at Whole Foods, when you're able to eat with your client, it's a whole lesson right there on what they should be eating and how to pair their foods. But Tami had a really great grasp on it. You just needed a little bit of guidance.
Yes.
Tami's an awesome personal trainer. She's helped so many people be successful. But sometimes when it comes to yourself, I'm guilty. It's hard. It's hard to motivate yourself.
I tell people all the time, like, personal trainers benefit from personal trainers as well, because we need that extra push, and we need that accountability too. It's one thing when because as a personal trainer, I'm dealing with the accountability of like 15 to 20 other people, and then I tend to put myself, of course, last on that list. And so in my case, I don't have a trainer, but I get a workout buddy, and at least then I've got someone I go to the gym with, and
it's that accountability.
And again, so it's like, even if you don't have a trainer, but you got a friend who you have similar goals in mind, it's good to have that person that you meet up with. You've got a set time. This is part of your schedule, and you'll find that it's a good time to spend with your friend, and and you'll always be happy you did it and feel good afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, accountability can come in many forms. Even signing up for an exercise class is having to show up every week at a certain spot. And having people wait for you is a really cool thing. Tami, you're amazing. You're absolutely.
Thanks for all your help.
Oh gosh. So, what are your plans now? How do you plan on maintaining this lifestyle? Because this is not an end journey for you.
No, I think it's just the consistency, doing the same thing, and if I'm out of town, I may not write down, because I write it down and put it online, in the food diary, but I'm getting a little more relaxed at writing it all down. But yeah, I think I have a good grasp on it now, and know what to eat and how much.
Sure.
Can you visually look at your food and know what you're eating is enough, or?
Yes, now I can. Yeah.
I always tell my clients that when I have them tracking their food, it's not just for me to be able to look at, it's for them to see too. Because,
right.
you become more aware, and then you can look at something and you can just see the numbers in your head.
Oh yeah.
You know, like you see something like, oh, that's loaded with sodium, or that's nothing but sugar. It's like, you just get a better education about what foods contain what things, what are healthy things to have, what's a fresh natural food that's going to be nutrient dense and something that's of value to you,
Right.
versus just empty stupid
Oh
calories.
yeah, you ask yourself, do I want to eat that? Because I have to write it down.
Yeah.
And if I don't, I'm only cheating myself.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm.
Yeah.
Writing it down is great. Also going on how you feel.
Yes.
If you ate tortellini a few times a week, right?
Yeah.
What it was a frozen.
Yeah.
So frozen.
She
frozen
wasn't. She
meals
wasn't
are-
making it herself.
No, this wasn't like.
She's made that very clear. She's
was a
not
frozen
making it
meal.
herself. Yeah.
But it worked with her stomach. It didn't make you bloated. It didn't
No.
make you lethargic. You ate for your body.
And I try to eat that mostly if I'm going to have it. I don't eat it as much as I used to for lunch.
Yeah.
Instead of
Yeah,
dinner.
earlier in the day, so you're not taking
Yeah.
it to bed with
Right.
you. Yeah.
Closer
Right.
to after your workout and stuff.
Right.
That's great. What advice would you give someone starting their weight loss journey? And if I've already asked this question, I apologize. Did I already ask it?
Yeah, but
What mindset should they adopt?
Oh gosh. Do it for your health, if nothing else. I mean, if you want to live a healthy lifestyle, and get a friend or get somebody that you could be accountable to.
yeah, if you're gonna go on walks, find someone to go on a walk with. If it's like you said, if you focus on the health aspect and do this for your health, all the aesthetics that come along with it, the losing weight, your skin being less puffy, all that stuff, that's all going to happen either way. So at the core of it, what I think is the most important is building your internal health, because that's what's you're going to live longer, you're going to feel better,
Right.
you want to enjoy being alive, and not feel like you're in pain and it's hard to get around. And that's what quality of life is. You up your quality of life when you are taking care of your body. If the machine runs well, you'll be happy and you'll enjoy the ride.
Right.
And you'll just be nicer.
Yeah.
When
You
you're in
will,
control
yeah.
of yourself, it trickles down to your family, your kids. I mean, you're just a nicer person. You're just happier.
I always told people, growing up around bodybuilders in a gym and stuff like that, I was like, they're all the nicest people in the world. They're just,
definitely.
they flushed all of their stress out, and they're usually in a good mood, and they're happy to be there and everything and stuff. I'm like, they may look big and mean and tough and everything, but they're all a bunch of teddy bears
Yeah.
usually. So I mean, but there's a reason for it. It's because they put so much time and effort in working out and eating right and stuff. So yeah, when you're feeling good energy, you're gonna just be more fun to be around, and you're gonna feel fun.
Well, Tami, you are fun. You're an awesome person. You're a great friend. We've been friends for
Long time.
15, 16
Yeah.
years now. You
Yeah.
have inspired me in so many ways. You are so knowledgeable in your business, and I can't thank you enough.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Is there anything that you want to tell our listeners?
Oh God, don't wait to start it.
There you go.
Start now.
Good advice.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
advice.
So if you're looking for a personalized journey like Tami, please like us on the Trippi Coaching Podcast page. You can there
Yeah.
there you will see our links on how you can also start your weight loss journey and your health journey that is customized to your lifestyle.
That's right. And with all of that, thank you again for being with us. It's been an honor and a privilege to meet you.
It's been very nice to meet you, Tom. I feel like I've known you forever.
Oh, well, that's great. I appreciate it. Well, as always, I, of course, have been who else but Tommy else.
And I am Andrea Trippi. And until the next time, here's to a healthier, more confident you.